Welcome to our channel. Today, we have the following news. Liu Yuning's past has been dug up. Liu Yuning's past has once again been dragged into the spotlight, but what makes this situation striking is not just the content of the revelations. One moment, the internet was immersed in a romantic narrative built on fragments of evidence. The next, it pivoted sharply, digging up his marital history, ex-wife, and even unfounded rumors about a child. His brief but pointed response, "This is endless, stop spreading rumors," did little to slow the storm. Instead, it seemed to accelerate the transformation of a speculative love story into something closer to a public trial. Just 24 hours earlier, online discussions had been dominated by what could be described as archaeological-style sweetness. Netizens carefully analyzed photos and videos, comparing furniture, floor patterns, and tiny visual details to construct a narrative of cohabitation between Liu Yuning and Song Zhuo. Old clips of their interactions were reinterpreted through a romantic lens, and a collective fantasy quickly took shape. Comment sections overflowed with excitement, as if audiences were piecing together a real-life idol drama from scattered clues. However, when Song Zhuo's studio denied any romantic involvement and Liu Yuning responded with visible frustration, the tone changed almost instantly. The collapse of the imagined relationship led to a different kind of curiosity, one that turned backward instead of forward. Suddenly, people revisited Liu Yuning's past live stream, where he had openly admitted to being previously married and divorced, clarifying that he had no children and no ongoing contact with his ex-wife. What had once been seen as honesty and sincerity was now reinterpreted as material for further scrutiny. From there, the situation escalated. Online discussions began to center not on his work or even his rumored relationship, but on his ex-wife, an ordinary person with no public platform. Speculative posts analyzing her identity, her life, and even fabricated details about a child began circulating widely. What was once a narrative of affection turned into an invasive search for hidden flaws, exposing a troubling pattern in online behavior. When a perfect story collapses, some people feel compelled to replace it with something equally dramatic, even if it means crossing ethical boundaries. This shift reflects a deeper mechanism within digital culture. Social media thrives on speed, emotion, and fragmentation. A single image or clip, removed from context, can be amplified into evidence, while algorithms prioritize content that provokes strong reactions. As users engage with sensational narratives, platforms push more of the same, creating an echo chamber where speculation quickly hardens into perceived truth. In such an environment, rational discussion struggles to survive. At the same time, fan culture plays a significant role. For many, following celebrities is not just about admiration but also emotional investment. When expectations, such as a hoped-for relationship, are not fulfilled, that investment can turn into disappointment or even resentment. In extreme cases, this leads to a kind of retaliatory curiosity, where digging up personal history becomes a way to reclaim control or justify earlier assumptions. Yet the consequences of this cycle are very real. For Liu Yuning, it means renewed pressure, reputational risk, and the emotional toll of constant public scrutiny. For his ex-wife, it is far more unjust, an invasion of privacy without any of the benefits or protections that come with being a public figure. More broadly, it contributes to a deteriorating online environment, where speculation replaces evidence and emotional reactions overshadow thoughtful analysis. Ultimately, this incident is less about one celebrity and more about how public opinion operates in the digital age. The transition from enjoying the sweetness to digging up the past is not accidental, it is driven by structural forces, emotional impulses, and collective behavior. Perhaps the most important question is not whether such shifts will happen again, but whether audiences, platforms, and media can learn to respond with greater restraint.